What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sip Off, where we have drinks and talk all things basketball. Hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. We got a jam-packed show for y'all, all playoff basketball and WNBA. But first, let me go ahead and get my co-host in. We got Jahan Phillips.
What's up?
What's up, Jahan? How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Doing really well. How's your week?
Busy. Yours?
Same. So busy. All the time. So busy.
I'm ridiculously busy this week. But I gotta shout out my boy real quick, Tyler Ingram. I'm rocking the Bulls for him. He stepped away from the shows and doing whatever life is happening. My guy though, and he said Bulls. He said Bulls was gonna get one when people call sweep around here. So I'm doing it for him tonight. Birthday, brethren. Let's get it.
Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and bring everybody else in. We got Joseph Jenkins in the house. What's up, Joseph?
No shout out for me getting on the sports talk. I appreciate it, Jahan.
Fresh off of placing his bets. He made time for us. He already placed his bets. He's here. He's ready.
And thank you for the shout out, Megan.
Congratulations to Joseph for joining the Gauntlet podcast.
Yes.
That's tremendous move for Joseph. Shout out to him.
Am I your brother?
How's your week, Joseph?
Congratulations, Joseph.
Am I your brother? Huh?
Always.
Am I your brother?
Always.
Oh, okay. So I'm happy to be on. Just had to get that out there real quick.
We got Will Vogel. What's up, Will?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Will.
Really well.
What's up, Will?
How's your week?
Shut up, Jahan. It was good, and then it went down a little bit, but trying to stay positive. I'm fighting through the vid, but I'm still here to make an appearance.
Well, we're so glad you're here. And then, like I tell everybody, stay on top of your vitamin C. You will feel so much better.
Oh, I'm drinking tons of water and doing
vitamin D too. And vitamin D too.
Yeah, but I'm good. I can't let one little sickness let me down and have fun.
Well, we're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Will. Thank you for coming, William.
It's like the Jordan flu game, but me with COVID.
Okay, I love it. All right, guys, we got what do you call him, John?
Dom the
Loudmouth.
Dom the Loudmouth.
Clown Prince. Shout out to JJ, our new co-host on the Gauntlet, 8 p.m. YouTube, Sideline Sports. Let's go.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
I think it's actually at 7.
Love.
John Mike, my boy watching. What's up, my boy?
I will not.
All right, guys, we got Cool McCain in the house. What's up, Cool?
Oh, man.
What up?
What's up?
I want to shout out my boy Wyatt for holding it down with me last night on the first ever episode of Eagles Elite. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for reinforcements. I'm working on it just in case we need to.
We know you ain't looking too
bulk
much
up the roster.
What's going on? We know you ain't looking too much for tonight, right? We know you ain't looking.
Why am I not? Why am I not? Please explain to me
why I'm not. This shot, Megan.
There you go.
Hold on, that's not everybody. Hello, you was not the host, Dom.
Ooh.
Also, we got Jen. What's up, Jen, the producer?
Hey, Jen.
Hey, guys.
My producer.
What up?
Super producer Jen Matthews Lewis.
I don't know.
Hi, Jen.
Might be taking my title soon. I'm just saying.
Dr. Dre herself.
How are you guys?
Surviving.
Really well.
Super producer.
How's your week going, Jen? Hey, hold on. I'm about to give everybody an update on 3 Chicks in a Pod. I'm pretty sure we got like almost 400 views.
Wow.
Let's go.
Okay.
On Sideline Sports, only all female panel. I think we got like 350 on Facebook and about 50 on Twitter. So 400 views on our inaugural
See how it
show.
is?
Pretty
You see how it
excited
is?
about that.
You see how it is? You see
We
how
on
it is?
something special. Let's go, Queen of Hoops, Queen
Yeah,
of
it is.
Podcast.
Right. Okay,
I'm proud of
so
y'all. Proud of y'all.
who's
I love
drinking
Jen.
and what are
She's
you?
so pale.
What are you drinking?
It's what I like to call a Sabi special. It's a bartender at my job. I just say make the best drink possible, and she always hooks me up.
It's always
I'm-
high quality
It's
H2O.
wonton soup and sake and red food coloring.
3 chicks love you.
What is
I have a beautiful Diet Mountain Dew from the QT, baby.
Stop
Oh,
making me jealous.
I'm
Shout out
drinking, I'm
QT,
drinking
one
a
of the best
Powerade
gas
slush.
stations on earth.
Well, I
Right?
Cool McCain is drinking either orange pop or orange pop out of a red
drinking water. He drinks
1980s
water.
Pizza
That's-
Hut
Yeah.
cup.
Actually,
That's
neither
how we
one
know
is
you don't out here
high
very
quality H2O, sir. Yep.
Right. He drinks
Wow,
water.
where's the
to
red
dominate.
Pizza Hut cup circa 1988?
We don't bring it out every week, sir. Special
Come
occasions.
on, go get it from the cabinet.
Yeah, we won't be doing that.
So, Jahan and
What
I
up,
are on
Jen?
Four Local
Stop
Slushies.
Jen's making me jealous drinking Diet Mountain Dew when I'm
Oh,
stuck
okay.
drinking
Hold on, let
water.
me-
Hold on.
In the
I
crowd.
will-
Oh my god.
Oh, Jen.
Is that a Route 7 ocean water?
Nah, that's a
Jahan just showed the Four
Blue
Loco.
raspberry
Mute him
Four Loko.
henceforth.
that's a blue
What
raspberry.
are you
Four
talking
Loko.
about, dog? What are you talking about?
I tried about a year ago.
You
I
don't
got that
listen.
Red Four
Okay.
Loco for you. I sent you that video. I took a sip. I'm like, girl, I can't. I love you, but I can't do this.
Forever
Okay,
and
so-
clean.
This is how we're gonna start the show off because I owe 3 shots to Mark Balfe, the Pelicans fan. They beat my Spurs, obviously, and I'm hella late on this bet. But you know what? I'm late in life, so here we go. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna do them back. I'm just gonna do them back to back because
Consistency is
Bad
appreciated.
Back to back for the
Well-
people.
I'll do
that
one
ain't
with you.
message.
Let's go.
Oh.
The
all right.
crown
this
apple.
Is, this is
The
because
crapple.
I'm
Crowple?
so sad that we lost and that we're not in the playoffs. Mark, much love. Way to go to the Pelicans. Y'all coming off a win. Y'all look good. Man, cheers.
Cheers.
And I do
I
want
see
to apologize
comments.
if I'm sniffling a lot.
You don't have to
We're doing
apologize.
blow.
For nothing. Stop it, Dominic. Fuck.
Projection.
Mhm.
Okay.
Even
Number two.
worse. Like, what?
Colin's a you know what in this town right now.
It's not.
Like,
It's not
honestly.
pollen, Jen. I've already told you what I have.
I know, but
Well,
I'm going with Colin.
Can I tell y'all that on Sunday it's going to be 80 degrees here, and
Oh, that sounds nice.
yesterday, 2 days ago, it snowed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snowed like an inch and a half, like stuck to the road.
We had
That's
7 inches
crazy.
3 weeks ago. 7 inches of snow 3 weeks ago. It's 92 today.
That's crazy.
Okay. You guys bragging about your snow is making Cool Will and I jealous. I'm just saying.
No one brags about snow, or if they do, they
I like
shouldn't.
snow. I like snow.
Will, how dare you sniffle?
Me
I'll
too.
sniffle
That's
more.
the problem.
Oh no, I was talking about from the sky.
In a different life.
Okay, so last one, Mark Balfe. Here we go.
Another one.
Another one.
That was 3. If you would have quit talking, you would have seen the second one. All right,
Like that's ever gonna
let's
happen.
jump. Never. All right,
You
so
quit talking?
right.
Happen.
I'm sorry. You walked
The
into
sun
it.
will implode and turn into a red giant before that happens. That's like
You know what?
300 million years from now. I'll still be talking. First topic. Let's go.
Will
It's not
got
my
the.
show.
Okay, guys.
Oh my God.
First series I want to talk about is the Jazz versus the Mavs. Game 1, 99-93. Jazz came out on top. Game 2, Jazz lost to the Mavs, 110-104. And then game 3 is
Jalen
tonight.
Brunson. Sorry.
Jalen Brunson went for 41, 5, and 8 in that game 2. Game 1, Mitchell went for 32, 6, and 6. Thoughts on this? Let's start with you, Joseph.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. That was kind of.
Who, me?
We're gonna
Alright.
we're gonna go clockwise.
Oh, okay. In all actuality, every game is a toss-up, just for the simple fact of something you touched base on with the sports arena the other day. I don't think the Jazz are as cohesive as they appear to be. And I think that is prime taking for a team like Dallas without Luka to still take over, because I think there's a disconnect between Utah and Donovan Mitchell thinking that he has to do everything. And they're looking at him like, but you need us to be better, so you don't have to do everything. And you're
Future
not
Nick
as
Donovan Mitchell.
great. Possibly, because I realized, and I think Michael is right, there are reports that he doesn't get along with Rudy Gobert. But to be honest with you, I don't think this is going to turn out well for the Jazz, because I think in terms of a team that can rally around. Okay, but
Will
to
Smith.
Denzel's point, Donovan Mitchell only knows that he plays hero ball, but he's not a hero. And I think that's a problem for this team, is because he thinks he's a hero, but he's not. And I think they're looking at him like,
They
stop
don't
trying
need
to
a
take
hero.
over games. We are a good team. Bojan can give you 25. He's averaged 25 the last 2 games. Gobert is a defensive rebounding presence at 17 rebounds the last 2 games. And then
Stifle
you have
Tower.
Yeah, that's where I leave it at that.
Go ahead, Will.
Okay. Will, your thoughts on it? Dom, I got it, hun.
Dang, Dom,
I
are you the
swear I
co-host
do.
or-
I
are you the
got
co-
it. I got
Are
it.
you the
hun.
co-host or Megan the co-host?
Meet myself again.
I agree 100% with what JJ said. Donovan
Zip it,
Mitchell
lock it, put it in your
needs-
pocket.
Oh my God.
So,
I'm gonna
as I
lose
was
you,
saying,
Dom.
I agree with JJ.
Best friend.
Donovan Mitchell needs to realize that he's got other good pieces around.
Sam!
He's got Bogdanovich, who can shoot lights out from 3. He's got Conley, who can put up quite a few points. He's got Rudy Gobert, who can rebound but needs to go in the paint more. And he's got Clarkson and Rudy Gay off the bench. So you don't really need to drop 40 every night. You don't need to chuck up shots. You need to get everyone involved and make the team look better, not make you, like, for example, if you drop 40, how many shots did you take? Oh, let's see, maybe 30? Yeah, that doesn't look good. That's not a good teammate.
Call
So
that a volume
I
scorer.
even said it before, even when Luka was hurt for game 1 and 2 and 3. I think this series is going 7. I really do. Like Joseph said, I don't think they are that good, that cohesive of a unit, and Mitchell needs to help get others involved and get them hot.
Okay, Dom, it is your turn, actually.
First of all, put up that comment that Jay just commented. Just do it.
Please quit telling me what the fuck to do. God
Yeah, I'm
damn
not
it.
surprised. She said that.
You want Tourette's? Luka, Mayer, Brunson, Mavs in 7. Go ahead, Jen.
Successor, his son. Well, and
Who's
his son
mayor?
is so cute.
Who's
Spencer
mayor?
Dinwiddie.
Wow, kick
Oh.
Will off the show permanently.
Sorry,
Who's
I
mayor?
forgot his nickname.
No,
I'm
you're
not thinking
fine. You're
straight.
fine. You're fine.
The mayor. It'll be here on Saturday, finally. Hopefully. Go ahead, Jen.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say Mavs in 6.
Okay. And why?
I fully co-sign your disagreement.
All right. I just think that. How do you? I feel like we're co-signing a divorce.
Because you're
Thank you, Jay. Say his name.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, like
No
for
problem, no
now,
problem.
for previously and for the rest of the show. Like, I'm sorry, sincerely to all of you.
No, you're not.
How many
That's okay.
shots have you had?
Just the one.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't matter if he's had shots. That has nothing to do with it.
Shot.
Okay, Jim.
2 or 3
Okay.
drinks and 4 beers. Just the one shot.
Christ. Go ahead, Jen.
So, you guys are ridiculous. So you do have Luca
I'll
back.
be right back.
Bye, Will. You do have Luca back. You have some other guys who really showed up. Like you have Dinwiddie, who's like always been pretty solid. And yeah, I'm looking at notes. Sorry, but you also have Brunson. I mean, I just feel like it's gonna be Mavs and 6. I don't know why.
Mavs and 6.
Yeah, I think. With
Okay,
Luka
and
coming
so
back,
and we're
it's
not.
gonna be
But I will chime in and say we're not seeing Luca tonight. So no Luca for tonight.
We don't need Luca.
It's not your turn, Dom. Cool.
I mean, so a couple of different things here, right? I missed
Okay.
a couple of the guys because I had to do, reset everything real quick. But what's going on in Utah, right? Donovan and
Oh,
Cool
His
froze.
shooting-
Okay, so I'm
Shining
going to
moment
say,
at Cool froze.
right. I will say that my opinion is that, and if you watched Sports Arena this week, y'all saw what I had to say. I really feel like there's some major locker room problems in Utah. I feel like there's absolutely no reason that they should be dropping games to a Mavs team without Luka. To me, it just screams dysfunction. And whether it be Donovan Mitchell who demands a trade, or it be that they get rid of Gobert, or what they choose to do, but those
Both.
two have not been cohesive since the bubble. So there's been, patient zero. What else can you say? I'm gonna leave it at that. Patient zero. Jahan.
The Jazz have been mostly underachieving for about 5 years.
It's not your turn.
I'm gonna say this: there was absolutely no reason the Jazz should have lost to the Mavericks without Luka Doncic. Jalen Brunson played phenomenal. Hats off to Jalen Brunson. I hate him. He's a Villanova guy. Hats off to him though. I think the Jazz get it done tonight. If Luka doesn't play tonight, which is the current,
He's not.
talk, Luka doesn't play tonight. Jazz win tonight. Jazz go up 2-1. However, Luka Doncic comes back. I can't see the Jazz winning another game.
What is that? I can't hardly see. What is that emoji?
That's the sheet.
Goat.
All I see is goat.
Goat.
All I
That's
see is
goat. How fucked up was that
okay.
horse one though?
I
I don't
can't.
know. I got my eyelashes on. I can't see shit.
Go ahead,
I
Jahan.
can't see the Jazz winning another game if Luka plays. This series though is two teams that have struggled to get out of the first round anyway, and somebody finally has to.
It's a 4-5.
Yeah, well, they
Awesome.
struggle to get out. They struggle to get out of the first round anyway. So
Right.
finally,
Right,
somebody,
like you said, somebody's gotta.
yeah, somebody's gonna get to six.
Somebody's winning 4 games.
Yeah,
So I want to go back to what Spencer Dinwiddie said just after being traded to the Dallas Mavericks after Washington.
Okay, but we got to keep it short because we're 20 minutes in and we got like 7 other
Very-
series to go to.
very
So,
true.
Real short.
Long story short, he said they want to win. They don't care how they do it. They just want to win. And I think that's what's going to fuel them to win this series because they just want to win no matter how they do it. Whether it be Brunson, whether it be Dinwiddie, just want to win.
Like Megan said, Utah is so dysfunctional. Dallas can win this series without Luka.
Okay, so we're moving on to the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. Game 1, Timberwolves won 130 to 117. Game 2, Grizzlies won 124 to 96. And what is the score currently?
It's halftime. I
Game 3.
can't remember what it was.
Okay, I'm looking right now. It is
Oh, look.
44 to 51. Timberwolves on top. It is halftime. So,
but is it
Um,
51
Wow,
44?
Jazz, they're coming for my neck.
Dude.
Yeah,
What's the
44.
score? 51-44?
again. 51-44 with Timberwolves on top.
Yeah, they
Am
were
I
up.
starting-
It was like 44-21 at one point.
Am I starting this
It
off?
was.
This is
Yeah, you are, JJ.
Yeah, Joseph, you're starting us off.
I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't think people are giving Minnesota as much credit as they should. And I will kind of call you out, Jahan, because you have kind of been very critical of Minnesota Timberwolves. You did not give them the respect that they kind of are showing you that they deserve. I do think that this is a 7-game series, and I do think that Minnesota is still going to kick it and split at home. Because one thing I've realized about this team is when they play, I expected Memphis to come out the other game, and beat them by at least 20 points because you had to. You were defeated at home when you were supposed to win. So what you do when you come back home as a 2 seed, you dominate. But again, when your Minnesota got back home around their crowd,
Don't
how
co-sign this,
important-
Jay.
hold on, Dom. How important is it for you to come back home knowing a series is 1-1 and not 2-0 or 0-2? And I honestly think that Minnesota is showing people that, yes, Memphis has a better roster. Memphis has the better superstar. Memphis has this. But one thing I realized and know thing about playoff basketball, it's about heart, it's about grit, it's about toughness. And I think Minnesota embodies all of that, which I think they're going to win this game and take this to 7 games. Will they win the series? No. But I do think they're going to push Memphis to 7 games.
Who do you got winning the series, though?
Memphis. I got Memphis in 7 because I said if Memphis wants to prove that they're a postseason run, this is a perfect matchup for them to show that they can possibly make a deep run because they're going to be tested out the gate.
Okay. All right, Will, your turn.
So I agree with Joseph. I think this is a 7-game series. Both two young, hot teams. You got Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and then Patrick Beverly. What a dog. Scrappy guy. Really good on the defensive end. Had an amazing first quarter. I was watching some of the game before the show started, and he's definitely a
good point, playmaker. Good point, playmaker. Because I was gonna touch on that when it's my turn to speak.
Not your turn.
You know,
guys.
Well,
That's what I was saying.
Kind of
Go
expected,
ahead, Will.
but they're still winning. So the point is, they still up at
Not
home.
your turn
They
either.
don't really have a bad point.
Let Will finish talking, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Thank you,
Because I
Jeff.
don't want to lose. And so, yes, and then look at Memphis, Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr., Dylan Brooks. Both are really good teams. Both are really fun to watch. It is definitely a back and forth series. Minnesota, I knew they were going to escape the Clippers, even though Clippers had Paul George back. This Minnesota team, I think, is very underrated, but still. And also, I wanted to point out that it was huge that I think that it was good that Memphis decided not to start Steven Adams this game because I've said on the carousel he's played horrible against Cat.
right.
So I forget who they put in as their 5, but I still got Memphis.
It was
in
Drew
7.
Gooden.
Yeah, okay, sure it was. Go ahead, Dom.
Okay, Dom.
Shame on you, Joseph. Shame on you, Will, for saying 7 games. Can I cuss?
You can say what you want to say. Sip off.
It's fucking Minnesota. This is the worst team in NBA history
Right.
by win percentage. They haven't won a playoff series since fucking God was a child. Ja could miss this whole series. Minnesota's not winning more than 2 games. I'm done.
Okay. Jen, honey.
Sorry for yelling.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I have to give him props. That was awesome as hell.
Okay.
Sorry for yelling. I held that in for Jahan and Joe and Will. Somebody doing this and this. Veins were popping out of my head. See this? It's over there somewhere. Popping out of my head.
Get Dom
Go
on the
ahead,
leash.
Jen.
Are you sure you're done? I'm just letting you finish right now, Dom, because that was
I'm
kind of
done.
funny.
I'm done. I'm going to
Okay.
mute myself.
He's in trouble. He put himself in timeout.
Fucking Minnesota! 7
Wow.
games. Get the fuck out of here.
You gotta let Jen talk.
That's why I'm being quiet for a minute right now.
Okay. All right, Jen.
That's
Okay.
it. That's it, Denzel. That's it.
Okay. I think that Minnesota, I think that you're onto something, Dom. But Minnesota's going to fight because That's what they're gonna do during this series.
Charm Anthony Towns might get you 2 wins.
No, stop it.
It's okay. I don't mind. I pause in between my sentences for a reason.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I kind of agree with JJ. I could see the 7, but Memphis is going to win. But it's not because of the superstars or anything like that. It's really not because of John Morant. Memphis is going to kind of coast it a little bit because it's Minnesota. So why would they? Because, Dom, you're right. It is Minnesota. So why would they push themselves?
I can't wait to watch this after it's
Stop
over.
it. Stop it.
All right.
Damn.
Do it, Jay. Do it. Call us mom.
I hate muting people because we're adults. Okay,
All right,
cool.
so
Your turn.
real quick, I think
Who's an
on the
adult?
last series I didn't get to jump in. I didn't get a chance to jump in because of a little technical difficulty. But real quick, just want to say I believe that Dallas is not going to win the series. Utah's going to win the series. Utah's been dysfunctional. It's nothing new. They've been playing through it. I'll leave everything else off because we are, in a time window. But for this series, Dom's right. What are you guys talking about? This is Minnesota. Memphis is a much better team. They hadn't played for a few days. Minnesota caught them sleeping and gave them the work, right? It happens. Memphis is like, okay, it's time to stop playing. Let's get this done. At most, Minnesota wins one more game. They may not win another game in this series.
Thank you,
I'm
Cool.
inclined to agree. I think they
Thank
might
you for
win one
acknowledging
more.
the truth.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Your truth.
Uh,
Be clear. Your truth.
Guys,
I
come
think
on.
I really think that Minnesota, you know what, they played really well this season. They exceeded expectations to the fullest. Like we all how they were. I mean, I knew when they constructed Chicago, I knew what they were, even though they're playing with house money. But Minnesota, I didn't necessarily know that the rest of the team was going to step up. I knew what is, but the rest of the team, I really didn't have a whole lot of belief in them. But I feel like they win maybe one more game, 6-game series. Memphis up. What you got, Jahan?
I just want to say, first off, Joseph Jenkins, don't ever call me out again like that again, because I have been giving Minnesota their props when I have been able to give it to them. Absolutely phenomenal season, whatever they've been able to do. And on last week's show, had you noticed, I said they split the season series 2-2, so this series could go either way. However, the fact of the matter remains this: they blew a tremendous lead just now. Like, they were up at one point 23, 27 points, and it's 7 at the half. So it would not surprise me if Memphis wins this game tonight, being down that much. However, like, what are we talking about here? Minnesota obviously is a great young team. The pieces are in place. They're building, but they're not winning this series. They're not.
No one said they were.
No, and I don't think it's going 7. Y'all are sitting here talking 7. It's not going 7.
Well, no.
Memphis had a
Joe and Will said 7. No one else was dumb enough to say
Memphis had a
7.
20-point lead in game 2, and it was dropped down to single digits as well.
When Memphis finally stopped playing with this team and finally steps on their fucking neck, it's over. Like, it's over
7
with.
games.
Memphis
They
is
could've
not.
I said it better myself.
The only reason Minnesota wins 2 games is if Ja doesn't play a single game.
Number one, I will continue to call you out. Number one.
No, I'm just
number
saying,
two,
man. You were like, oh, Jahan. Like, I did give Minnesota.
You said
great young
Memphis.
team, great young team.
You said Memphis in 5.
Okay, now
It still could be 5.
I'm still saying 5. I'm still saying 5.
Well, like I
I
said,
probably said Memphis in 6. But
You guys, true.
If Cat
guys-
and Edwards
You
go
guys-
for 70 between them. Otherwise, Memphis in 5.
You guys.
Okay,
truth
we
is-
moving
you guys
on
truth
to
is
the
5
next
games.
series. We moving
My
on.
truth is 7 games.
We moving on.
7
Pelicans
games.
versus the Sun.
But you
Game
won't make a
one,
bet,
the Sun-
Joe.
Else we got to talk about.
Shut the fuck up.
For real,
Game
guys.
one,
We can't cover on TV. Oh, we can cuss?
It's my show.
You
Oh
were
my
just
God.
shouting the F-bomb, dumb.
Okay.
You need to mute
Son,
1, 2,
110
3.
to
The
99.
Mr. B,
is
little Robbie was like,
game one.
Daddy, can I cuss?
Oh my God. Look, who else wants to be muted tonight? Not you. Okay, so game 1, Pelicans versus the Suns. Sun came out on top, 110 to 99. Game 2, Pelicans pulled out a win, 125 to 114. We saw Book have 31 points in the half, and then he left with a serious hamstring strain at the half, and he will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Game 3 is tomorrow at 8:30 in New Orleans. So let's start off. What do you think this series is going to do, and what do you think about the past 2 games, Joseph?
So, number one, Willie Green was on the same coaching staff with the Phoenix Suns last year. They have pretty much essentially the same roster, the same coaching staff as they had before. So if I had to bank on one coach who understands how to make an adjustment to
That's correct.
the Pelicans is Willie Green. And to be honest with you, one thing I noticed about the last 2 games is Phoenix started off by having Devin Booker get off early. He had over 10 to 15 points the first 2 games. It's going to be very interesting to go to New Orleans without Devin Booker to see if you're going to be able to come out top. To be honest with you, it's almost like where you have a bear caught in a trap and he's wounded. He's primed for the kill. We're going to see if New Orleans can take this game 3, in which if they get up by 2-1, we're going to really see the grit of Phoenix. I really believe that New Orleans, one thing I will give them credit for is that every run that was made by Phoenix, CJ McCollum matched it. When Devin Booker hit his 3, CJ hit his 3. When Devin Booker hit his next 3, Herbert Jones hit his 3. That 3 that in the half after Devin Booker hit his 3 was a big deal for this team. Do I think they'll win the series? No. But do I respect the fight that comes from New Orleans? Yes. I would not surprise me if this went to 6 games, but I do think it's going to be 5.
Okay. Will?
Yeah, not having Devin Booker is gonna hurt. That last game when Booker got hurt, the Pelicans took full advantage of it. CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, they are a fun, scrappy team. It's definitely going to be hard. Like I said, without Devin Booker, people are going to have to step up. Bridges is going to have to do more. Aiden's going to have to do more. Chris Paul may have to do more. Jay Crowder. But overall, if Cam Johnson's another great young player who's going to have to go off too, I still think the Suns are going to take this series in 6. Even though I agree with Joseph. I love the resilience and fight with this young Pelicans team with Ingram. And McCollum was such a great addition. Arguably the best addition at the deadline. Like, guy is performing at a high level. But again, I got Phoenix in 6.
Okay. All right, Dom?
Fun series, close games. Suns in 6. I hope they can make the run all the way back. I don't see Milwaukee out of the East, but I could see the Suns repeating as Western Conference champs. Hopefully Booker is back in time for the finals. But yeah, Suns in 6. Close games, Suns in 6. Go ahead, Jen.
Okay.
Yeah, Suns and Sucks. It'll just be like everybody else has said. It'll be a good, fun game to watch, and we'll see what happens. And as somebody said, it's time for Steve Chris Paul to put up or shut up because he's being given these opportunities. So prove me wrong, Jahad. I hope your man does it. I hope your man does it.
Okay, cool.
So we know who's going to win this series. It's Phoenix. Obviously, they lost the game because they lost Devin Booker. Once you lose a guy that caliber and the way he was playing in the first half, that's going to affect the rest of the team. Shout out to Devin Booker for the fist bump with the little man that was over there on the side when he made the shot. But losing him obviously was going
I
to
think it
throw
was
off
a
what they were
girl.
doing
I
that
think it was
game.
a little girl.
Well, the little person. I thought it was a boy, but hey, either way.
Who did the Pistons draft instead of Devin
Well,
Booker?
yeah.
Because
I
whoever
mean, you
that
can't really
was,
tell when
he's
they're
way
little.
better.
You can't even tell when they're little anyway, right? Like they really look the same.
Is
You
it?
just have to dress them differently. So,
And now I have to look.
but that's the thing, and we know who's going to win this series. It's 5 or 6 games. It's going to be Phoenix. They're the much better overall team, even without Devin Booker. Because the thing about great teams is if a piece goes down, you still beat inferior talent. That's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely agree. I do feel like Phoenix and Memphis are the best constructed teams. Now, do they live up to the hype? We shall see. But I definitely feel like Phoenix should be able to win this series even without Devin Booker. They went 5-2 when Booker was hurt with a right hamstring injury or a left one. Either way, he's on
Right.
the other leg.
Right. And this time he hurt his left one, I think, right?
Okay. Thank you very much, Dom.
Left,
you so
right,
much.
right, left.
Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Okay, so there we go.
I'll drink to that.
Let's go.
Yes.
Are we doing a shot?
We will. Okay, what we can do is I'm going to finish my take, and I feel like Phoenix is going to take this in 6 games. I feel like New Orleans is going to get one more, and shout out to them for being the number 9 seed that really looks like a number 6 seed, honestly. Like, they really look like a team that has improved since the trade deadline. And had they had enough time before the playoffs, they probably would have gone into the playoffs as a number 6 seed. Now I'm done. We can do a shot. John, what's your take?
Yo, everybody knows that I'm a hater, so I want all my friends' teams to lose. Mark Goff, this means you. I want your team to lose.
Wow. How are you going to hate on him and the other 10 season ticket holders?
He hates everybody. He hates everybody. It's not.
Blind China.
He does.
Can I get Suns in 5? That's what I really want. But hopefully, Suns get it done in 6. This Devin Booker injury is going to be a non-factor because they're going to get it done with the Pelicans. We worry about next series with this Devin Booker injury.
But they said he's out for 3 to 4 weeks.
Two or 3.
Next series, it'll affect them next series. This series, they can get it done without D-Book. Like, they don't need D-Book. The point guard is going to be able to carry it home for this series.
You know who loves Chris Paul?
Yes, Cool McCain. Point guard.
Cool McCain loves Chris Paul.
Listen, Dom.
No,
JJ.
we're not doing it. We're not doing it right now.
No, just give me 1 second, Megan. Dom,
Time's
JJ, and Jahan.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't even say nothing.
Don't even do it.
Don't
even do it. You're all you did bring it up.
You
It was all 3 of them.
I just had
Don't
to
even do
co-sign it. Can we do this shot?
Go ahead, next. We're not doing that.
that.
We're not doing that. You did.
Okay, hold on.
You did. Let's go
We're going to
next.
do it.
But
Look,
anyway,
we're going to do
Oh, fireball. Let's
the
go.
point guard, CP3 gonna
I'm not
carry it
allowing.
home.
I'm not allowing these fleas to get on me tonight, Megan. Go ahead.
The point guard gonna carry it home. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just instigating.
Y'all just fleas, and I'm the big
And
dog.
I'm going Suns
Go
in
ahead.
5. Suns
Scratch
in
it.
5.
Dropping balls of a
Get
motherfucking
off.
pop.
Okay. So we're going to start the next series. Nuggets versus Golden State. Game 1, Golden State took it 123-107. Game 2, Golden State took it 126-106. And game 3
Wardell.
is tonight. It's a late game. Go ahead and start us off, Joe, and Jahan, carry us for a second.
Wardell.
Not necessarily Wardell. Jordan
Number 2.
Poole. Jordan Poole. Because I will say the greatest addition to this team is Jordan Poole's emergence because it allowed Steph to get back in at a
Michigan.
comfortable rate. Remember, in the finals of 2016, when they lost as a 73-win team, Steph was hurt in that finals. So he had to rush back earlier than he could because they didn't have the scoring that was produced at that time.
I don't like that excuse. If you out there, you
Hang
100.
on.
Let
Hang
the
on.
man finish his take.
Hold on. I do think that I'm learning a lot about the type of selflessness that this team exhibits because Jordan Poole is the type of player that has that moment and the it factor in him. I don't think, unfortunately, I feel like I would
Wait,
love.
just now?
Hold on.
Oh my
Hold on.
god.
I'm looking at Denver and Aaron Gordon because Aaron Gordon has a favorable matchup that I feel like he should be able to exhibit and exude a little bit more production that he's been given. I really like Denver. I really feel like they could be a team for the future. I just don't think they have enough. I can see them winning tonight's game, but I see them out in about 5, at the most 6. But that's just how I feel.
Go ahead, Will.
So not having Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. is putting so much pressure on Jokic. Like, Jokic has played great this whole year, averaging almost a triple-double. But still, like, you need Aaron Gordon to step up. You need Will Barton to step up more, even though he had a great game last night. I agree with JJ. I think I can see Denver winning 1 at most, but you got Jordan Poole, who's hot right now. You got Steph. You got Clay. You got Draymond. You got Andrew Wiggins. It's over in 5. Give me the Warriors.
Dom?
Warriors in 5. My bad, Joe. I thought when you said team exhibiting selflessness, I thought you meant the Warriors, and I'm like, when they already had Clay and Steph, and they got KD, like when they picked up KD, I was like, so the Warriors are going to start playing with 2 basketballs?
Oh my god!
Fair.
You said Warriors in 5. Is it Jen?
Yeah, Warriors in
It is
5.
Jen.
It's too much. Like Clay getting hurt was a blessing in disguise for Jordan Poole. Shout out Michigan Wolverines. Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, Warriors in 5. I mean, Steph's back, KD's in. Like, it's what it is.
KD, wait, what?
Clay,
KD's a
she
Warrior now? I'm kidding.
She meant Clay.
I did.
I know.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm messing.
Did I say KD? I swear I thought I said Clay.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you,
It's
Dom.
okay.
Sorry, I really did mean Clay. Sorry.
Clay's better.
Yeah, I don't like KD.
No.
What?
I
Kidding.
didn't
I'm
want
kidding.
I didn't want to Don.
Are y'all serious? Oh my god, y'all
No.
did not just
That
say
is
that
the
Clay is better than
tarantula.
KD.
The
I know.
Slim Reaper. How dare you?
Megan,
How
I was
dare you?
kidding.
Y'all fucking.
If Denver
I was
wins the
kidding.
game in this series, it's because all of their role players play well at home. We're outmatched. Jokic is finally not able to put up a almost triple double every game. And I mean, we're not going to win the series.
But cool.
Megan,
he
Megan,
has,
not gonna win the
by
series.
the way, I want
I-
to make a
Series.
point real quick.
Doesn't matter
That
if
was
it's 5 games or
To your
4
point
games.
about the Nuggets,
We're not gonna
I
win the
missed
series.
the Carmelo AI
but
Nuggets.
to your point, cool. He has
Okay.
merit to a point that he's not getting calls. that he
Megan, I was
should,
kidding,
because
by
he's
the
getting
way.
hacked.
I love
You're
KD.
fine, Will.
Why are we
I-
talking
no,
about
you're fine.
the old Nuggets? We're not going to win the series.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna say
The Nuggets
Which
I
one?
really loved were the
Yeah,
Antonio
this is
McDyess
Dom.
pre-injury Nuggets.
Dom, seriously?
it's a sweep. Man, Denver not winning the game. I don't know what to say. They're not winning the game. So,
I can see that. I definitely can see that, though.
Jahan,
Loves pulling out these brooms. That's what we gonna see. It's too much. The greatest 6-man to ever play the game, Wardell Stephen Curry.
what the fuck?
The greatest
Bro, he's
6-man
not
to
even
ever play the game.
Man.
Oh, my.
Because he did play. He came off the bench in game 1. This is
And
why he
game
says
2.
that.
And game 2. 34 points off the bench in 23
He
minutes.
kind of
You
ruined
think Manu
the.
ain't did it? You think Manu ain't did it?
Fastest 30-point playoff game in shot clock
Listen.
history.
I love Steph, but he kind of ruined the NBA as it stands.
Okay, can we go to
Greatest.
Jahan and then.
I'm gonna forget
Next.
you said that, Dom, because we're friends. So I'm gonna let you backtrack that
He
comment,
kind
and I'm
of
gonna.
you know what? He turned the NBA into pickup games at the Y.
Yo, we need to bring
Okay, so
up
we're
other
done with
topics.
We're done with that
Everybody
one.
thinks
Dom.
they got a jumper.
All right.
Okay.
Next topic.
Next series is Raptors versus Sixers. Game 1, Sixers took 131 to 111. Maxey went off for 38, 2, and 4. Game 2, Sixers took 112 to 97, 31, 0, and 11 for Embiid. And then we saw Game 3 last night. Any thoughts on that, Joseph?
Boy, I hate to say it. If MVP included postseason playoffs, Embiid has it. To be honest with you, if MVP included Kate, because I thought Toronto had a good matchup with them, but after last night, I said 7. I kind of see a sweep. I honestly do, because that was the one game that Toronto had to win, and they did everything right and still lost. And they lost at the hands of the game's possibly the best center in the game. And I've been a Jokic fan and been a Jokic MVP train for the entire season. But if there was, in playoffs included, Embiid has really stepped up. That was the game that you had to win, and they didn't. And I honestly can see that. I feel like that was the kill shot, not just for them as in that game, but for their psyche. And I think this game in game 4, I kind of see Sixers in 4. James Tatum, we have back and forth all the time about this. We talked about this like literally yesterday. I will give your props to your man Joel Embiid. He did the dang thing.
All right, Will, what you got on this series?
So I agree with Joseph again. It's going to be a sweep. Embiid's just so good. I've been riding Embiid for the whole regular season as MVP. Jokic is putting up great numbers. I agree. But, if you got other weapons on that Philly team. You got Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and other guys. And that was Toronto's game last night. I agree. If Toronto wanted to get back in that series, it was last night. And that buzzer beater by Embiid was just insane. And you know what? I personally think it sunk a lot of people's hearts, because if they win that game, I would have said Toronto would lose in 6 games. They're getting swept. They are not, because I think Embiid's too much for them. I think Maxey's going off. Tobias Harris is helping be a role player. Sixers are scary.
Okay, Dom, what you got?
Toronto steals one game. Toronto steals one game. Shout out to Fred VanVleet, Wichita State Shockers. But yeah, Philly in 5.
Philly in 5. What you got, Jen?
I can actually see the Sixers sweeping it, and I think that they have to also give Harden props for fouling everybody and fouling out too. So, and yes, Embiid. I thought you would. That was for you, Megan. Mad love, baby. Mad love. And Embiid does deserve MVP.
Absolutely. Cool. What you got?
Didn't play enough games.
That's a joke. Embiid does not deserve MVP. He deserves to be in the finals for the MVP because he has achieved that level. Let me explain something to you, and we'll start up here with Mr. Joseph and everyone else that agreed with him. I want you all to listen very closely, okay?
Oh, so he has out.
Everybody that agreed with Joseph that Embiid is the MVP, listen and listen very carefully. I am done with being nice about this, okay? Embiid has players. Embiid has had help all season. If you have help, then you're going to look better. Every game that Nikola Jokic has played this year after the first 9 games, he's been the focus of the other team's defense. He has no consistent help. Aaron Gordon is a 3rd-tier player at best. Everybody else on the team is 4th-tier players. I'm sorry, but that's the truth, at least right now in their careers. So this man takes his team to the 6th seed, and all everybody wants to run around is talking about a dude that has had help all year. That was a number 1 seed at a point in the season. That him putting up the first player ever, 2,000, 1,500. Gets no props for that. We want to talk about Embiid's numbers, but guess what? He has help. That's why he's there.
That's true.
The reason he was able to make that last shot is because
playing
he
70-plus games.
Other people in his team that can help him carry the load. Jokic doesn't have that. Giannis has that as well.
Got a really
so
good
if you want
point.
to talk about the regular season MVP, it's Nikola Jokic. And if you don't want to give him his respect, you need to stop it and acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me.
Dear Joel Embiid, play 70 games.
That was a little aggressive.
Then you can get an MVP.
No, you know what?
It was supposed to be aggressive,
really
and I
good
toned it
point.
back for you. It could have been worse.
So I'm going to talk about this series.
Cool got mad.
Sixers are going to win.
4. Sixers in 4. Obviously, the Raptors look
Probably, yeah.
mismatched, obviously. But I will say that Gary Trent Jr., someone that has been huge for them all season long.
Yes.
Stop it. Let me fucking
Oh,
talk.
Jesus Christ.
He's been sick this entire series. And so he has not had the impact that he's had the entire season. So I mean, it is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. But Sixers in 4. What you got, Jahan?
I got a Sixers sweep also.
Okay.
On to the next one.
Okay. All right. We got maybe another sweep. We got the Hawks versus the Heat. We got the 1 versus the 9. We got in game 1, the Heat took it 115-91. In game 2, the Heat took it 115-105. And game 3 is Friday at 7 Eastern in Atlanta. So what do y'all think happens? Joseph?
All right. Heat in 5, because I think Atlanta plays better at home, and Atlanta needed to just get 1 win. But I think I will say Eric Spoelstra has been out-coaching the heck out of Nate McMillan. He has his lineups in a full swing, and Jimmy Butler is the difference maker between the two teams. I don't think, because one thing, Jimmy does not just score. He does not just defend. He is tough. He is gritty. He is downright dirty with it. He will not dirty like as in a negative thing, but he gets down and does everything that you want him to do. I do think I give Atlanta a little bit of respect because I've seen what they do when they're at home, and they shoot the ball very well. But when they lost Capella, this made this series a very difficult uphill battle for them. If Capella was playing, I could see these games coming down to a little bit of the wire because he provides such a rim presence and he's a rebounding machine. And with him in there, they don't have that inside presence, which is where pretty much people like Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry, they make their money. I think Miami got it in 5. I'll give them a game.
Okay. You give them a game. What you got, Will?
I'm actually going to quote my friend Jen Lewis. I can never cheer for any Atlanta sports teams. So I'm serious. That's why we're good friends. We both hate Atlanta sports teams and we're both Carolina
Dude, they're
fans.
shady as hell. I'm sorry.
Yes,
sorry,
let me
Will.
get to that. You're good. Trae Young, got respect for him. Trae Young, respect. Bogdanovich, respect. Collins, respect. Respect to a lot of their players. I just can't stand any of their sports teams. But Jimmy Butler has been great offensively and defensively. They've got Kyle Lowry, a great veteran guard. They got Tyler Hero, who's possibly 6th man of the year, who I think will win 6th man of the year. They got Duncan Robinson. They got Bam Adebayo. Atlanta they need someone to help out Trae Young. Like, I get it. You have Bogdanovich, great shooter. You got Collins, could put up a double-double. But this team is just still so young and inexperienced. Not saying that Miami's like the most experienced team in the whole NBA, but Miami has more experience. They went to the finals a few years ago. I've got a sweep.
Okay. What you got, Don?
Heat sweep. I heart Jimmy buckets. Trae Young. Sorry, Nate. Plus Capella's banged up. Collins is out. It's sad. Like I would have loved to see Atlanta make a run again. Like they were so fortunate to get. I mean, raise your hand if you had the Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you interrupt everybody else. Are we even friends anymore? I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna knock stuff.
No. All I'm saying is, raise your hand if you had the Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Put your hands down. So we knew they would regress. I didn't think they'd lose in the first round, but they regressed kind of all year. But yeah. That's buckets. That's Duncan Robinson. That's Tyler Hero. That's Bam. Sorry, Trae Young. Not sorry. Heat in 4. 4.
Okay.
I went upstairs to look for the broom. I couldn't find it.
Okay, so Jen, you said what you had to say, or you got more?
I mean, I don't like either team.
She said, I mean.
I mean,
When I'm gonna make my day, when you're in the play-in tournament and you're so scared of the 85 rivalry, you have to stall a train before the
knew this
playoffs.
was coming.
Kiss
It's true
my
though.
lily white ass. I'm just saying,
It's true.
Who's taking a shot?
you gotta play with the mental. You
I don't have
gotta
any
mess
more.
with the mental. I'm just
Go to
saying.
Washington Redskins.
I
Oh wait, we
mean,
can't say that. Commanders. Is that
You
Washington
gosh, Dom.
Commanders?
The commies.
That's like no, that's some Seattle Seahawks
Oh
bullshit circa
no, that's some
2015.
that's some Fasu.
That's Seattle Seahawks
Fasu.
bullshit 2015.
Cool, go
Like,
ahead.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Cool,
gonna
what
say
you
this.
got?
I'm gonna say this real
I
quick.
took mine
We
already.
made this
Yeah,
quick.
Fasu.
Miami
Or no, this
is
is the
gonna win this in
Redskins.
5. You know what I'm saying? I think Trey's gonna have one game where he's gonna figure out how to get out of this constant double team that he's in, where they kind of shutting him down. He's gonna have one game where he figure it out and he's hitting the shots, but only one. You know, and I think, hey, that's it. 5 games.
I forgot to say that Trae Young is right-handed James Harden.
I'm not even going to address that.
It's
I
not
feel like
like
this
that.
is another. I feel like this
It's
is
exactly
another
like
sweep
that. Cole. Tell me it's not.
I don't think it doesn't matter how much Trae Young scores. He could score 60 points in one of these games, and they still gonna lose.
Yeah.
Miami just outmatches them, and on to the next. What you got, Jahan?
I got Miami in 4. This series ain't been close.
No.
Ice Trader Gang, what a performer he has been in the playoffs. But the heat is just too much for these youngsters. And that's what it is.
NSJS.
Absolutely agree.
I'm gonna give him one.
Okay, so
Hey, either way,
moving
they
on
get
to
the
the
same.
Bulls and the Bucks. So in game 1, we saw the Bucks take it over the Bulls 93-86. Everyone expected this to be a blowout game. It was not. Last night, we saw the Bulls take it 114-110. Series is tied, and they're going into game 3. So what are your thoughts, Joseph?
Perfect segue because, as you know, thank you, Tyler, for everything you do. We talk pretty frequently, and I have to give the Bulls a lot of credit in what I said. They showed heart in that game 1 to keep it a 7-point game, and I feel like that became confidence for them in this matchup because, like Minnesota with Memphis, they've been hearing all along, sweep 4 games. 5 games, myself included. I will say that was a very good win for their confidence because they stole one away and they're going back home. Now, what I turn to is Milwaukee. Chris Middleton is out. Has he been a consistent player? No. But he hit 5 threes yesterday for them and finished with 18 points to the point of he's going to be gone. So do I think Milwaukee still wins this series? Yes. But I do believe that was a critical game in this series and changing the amount of how long it may take them to win this game. I have to give DeMar DeRozan credit, and I go back to my sports betting. Okay? Listen.
Mid-range king.
I had taken him under, and he came out with 37 points, and he was kind of the catalyst that kept them going. As Milwaukee tried to make a run, DeRozan stepped up and gave a performance that we kind of got used to seeing early on in the season. I still think Milwaukee is going to win this series, but instead of 4, it may be 5, possibly 6, because you have to think, is Chicago going to not win one at home? That was so big for them to win in Milwaukee. that was so big, and I think they really believe they can hang with this team. So I give Milwaukee and 6, but that was a big, good win. Good win.
What you got,
I
Will?
agree. That was a huge win for Chicago, a big confidence boost. Like JJ said, no one gave them a chance. They said, "Oh, you're missing your ball handler, Lonzo Ball." And I know Middleton's out for a while now, but you still got Giannis, you got Drew Holiday, you got Lopez, but I respect DeRozan for going off. He had a hell of a game. I got Milwaukee in 6. Go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, Milwaukee in 6 at best. Chicago won that game with the whole team, the whole Bulls team, 15 free throws combined. Giannis shot 18. Shout out to Chicago and Tyler for them winning one game. I think they might take one more. Like, chances are they'll win one of those games at home close, but they don't have a chance in the series. But first playoff win in 5 years. My team's got that doubled, but yeah, shout out to the Bulls. If they were fully healthy all year, they would be where the Celtics are. I fully believe that. Like,
I agree.
the Bulls fell
I
apart
agree.
and the Celtics got healthy, and they basically traded spots. But go ahead, Jen.
I really think that this is going to be the fight of the underdog versus the fight of I'm going to keep my title. I think it will be the Bucks, but I think it'll be in 7 because the Bulls are fighting, and they are fighting for a lot more. The Bulls have still always lived in the shadow of Michael Jordan's era, in my opinion. So the Bucks will take it, but I think it'll be a tough, fun series to watch. That's just me.
Okay. Cool. What you got?
So to give you guys some updates, Middleton is out for the rest of this series, no matter how many games it goes.
Former
He has
Piston great.
Yeah.
He has a sprained MCL. Initial reports were that maybe tore some other ligaments based on the way he fell, but that was untrue. Shout out to Chicago. Never going to take away from a team who's able to come out with a victory. But let's be real. Losing Bobby Portis and Chris Middleton may have had an effect on the game down the stretch, the same way it happened with Phoenix. If those guys are there, this game does not happen this way, but they're not, right? So let's be real. Chicago deserves the props for taking advantage of the situation.
The middle menace.
If they had Chris
Yeah,
Middleton
I'm leaving
and
that
Bobby
comment
Portis
up
able to
until
play,
my part.
it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee will be fine in the series. Hopefully, Chris Middleton will be able to get back for the next series at some point. Bobby Portis with the eye injury, still looking for some info on that because eye injuries are a lot more difficult to diagnose because you got to kind of get the swelling and stuff to go down a little bit first. As I
You know better than most, don't you, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah,
Damn, Don.
congratulations to Chicago, but you lose
Stevie
two of your guys
McCain.
to play a lot of minutes. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, so I left this comment up because I feel like DeMar DeRozan is probably one of the best mid-range shooters we've ever seen.
You hated him when he was a
You're
Spur.
wrong. You're
you
incorrect.
you hated that move. Go ahead. Sorry, you did hate that move.
Sorry.
When you
Okay,
you were like,
I'm
fuck
gonna-
him.
God damn.
You did.
Every time I get ready to talk.
You did.
Okay.
You did hate him when you got him. You did.
Dom, relax though, man. Let her finish.
Down the middle minutes.
Like if we were in person, I would knock your drink over.
I would too.
So, okay. So
Yeah.
when DeRozan first got to San Antonio, he was jaded.
Ow.
The fans were jaded. Yeah, I would knock your shit over.
We don't waste
we were
that
both
shit.
jaded. We were both jaded, and I would have probably, I used to call him DeFrozen. I used to do all that. But when I had time to adjust, and he had time to adjust, I really appreciated his game, and I appreciated what he did for San Antonio, and especially that last season he was with us. I felt like he gave it his all, and as a fan, super fan, I wanted to give my all to him as well, you know, and I feel like he just really has, unbiasedly, I feel like he has one of the best mid-range shots that we've ever seen. Like
Ever.
Would
in a
definitely
game,
agree.
in a game where the mid-range is looked over so much, and it's like it's the heart and soul of Popovich's system. Like take the guaranteed two instead of the three, and so I love that. Like I fully embrace it. And I feel like Chicago can win this series with the loss of Middleton because Middleton is that important. Do I think they do? I'm going to go ahead and take the Bucks in the series, but 7 games. Shahan, what you got?
I'm gonna say this. Shout out to the Chicago Bulls because a lot of people on this very panel said a sweep.
Not me.
And
I said a
and they got
gentleman's sweep.
and they got it done. They got it done. In this game, and they should have got it done game 1 with Middleton healthy. However, that's neither here nor there.
Definitely isn't.
I'm taking the best player on the court, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
As you should.
So I got Bucks in 6. I think Chicago does get another one, but it's Giannis' world, man, and we just living in it. And that's all. That's really all I gotta say. It's Giannis' world, and we living
Cade's
in
world.
I have a question for Megan.
It's Cade's
Okay.
world.
Did a lot of your frustration with DeRozan factor in because he was a replacement for Kawhi and how that ended?
Yes. Oh, I was so
Yes.
jaded from the situation.
Thank you for being honest.
It was not DeMar's fault. It was like, and when I had to listen to Pop, like he came out a couple years later in an interview and was like, when he was talking to DeMar about it, he was like, man, we traded for you. Like you're the player we wanted out this situation. We knew we had to lose Kawhi, but you're the one that we wanted. And I respect Coach, and it took some time to get over being jaded about Kawhi, and I appreciate the time he put in with us.
What if you still have DeMar right now? How good would you be looking?
I still got a DeMar number 10 shirt right now, and I will wear it.
Okay, I was curious.
I heard DeMar because he's new school Rip Hamilton. He just doesn't run around as much.
No, we got
Because
another series
like
to hit,
at least DeMar could create his own
another
mid-range
series
shot.
Yes. We got one last series. We got the Nets versus the Celtics. We saw what happened in the first game. We saw what happened in the first game. It was 115 to 114. James Tatum had the spin around layup. It got the game winner. And then we saw last night's game as well. So, Joseph, start us off.
This is the one series that I've always been looking forward to, and I'm not ready to call it yet because I want to see how Brooklyn handles the 2 games at home. Because I do believe that they have issues. I do believe that what y'all were talking about on the sports arena yesterday is a lot of merit to it. Although I do think there's a little biased merit to it, so to speak, in a way, because I think that if Brooklyn, I expected Boston to come out strong at home. They're one of the best home court teams in the game. They have they're one of the few teams in this game that has been together for a very long time. But I think what needs to happen.
Hold on, honey. I want to highlight this comment. I just want to highlight this comment. Minnesota is choking the game away.
Now it's tied.
Oh, you don't say.
Because
that's what Minnesota does.
Memphis is a better team.
Sherman
we let JJ continue his comments.
I mean, we can all agree on that.
Continue this series, please.
Okay, Joseph, go ahead, honey.
And as far as at Minnesota, the game is still going on, and they have a chance to still win the game, and I'll stand by that. But that's
they were up 20.
Again, we're not finished. We're leaving that.
We're not with that. We're done with that series.
They have a chance. Now back to this game in the present series. I think what needs to happen is when Marcus Smart called out the Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and said, start playing like a team and not playing for yourselves, someone needs to do that for Kyrie and KD. Because I think they think that whenever it gets to a crunch time and they think that it's time for them to have to kind of take off and leave everybody high and dry, that is what has demised this team. Yes, is Steve Nash not the best coach? Absolutely. Is Steve Nash someone that kind of lets ride their coattails? For sure. But when you look at Memphis and you look at Memphis and see them at their best, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving had over 7 assists each time. So I'm curious to see, because I can very well see Boston up 2-0. They did what they're supposed to do. But if Brooklyn wins these next 2 games, it's 0-0 all over again. And to be honest with you, I think they can do it. I still got...
Will's so angry, and he's got to wait 3 more people.
I still believe...
No, it's not going to wait 3 more people. It goes next.
No, it's just I'm in pain right now, actually.
It's Will, then me, then Jen, then Cool.
I'll end the roulette. Brooklyn in 7. I still believe it. I'm
Brooklyn
very
in
interested
7.
about this game 3. Yeah.
I think I got Boston in 6. I think that pep talk that Marcus Smart had with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown now is resonated in their head. They had a great year, great young coach, knows what he's doing. And they have great young pieces they have good pieces off the bench. Derek White, they have Grant Williams. And it's crazy they're doing this without Robert Williams, but
Memphis has taken the lead.
Cool, we're not talking about that series. Anyway.
It was dumb.
I still got Boston in 6. I just love the heart that they're giving in this series.
Agree. Definitely agree. I feel like... Go ahead, Dom.
Nets in 7. Ben Simmons with a game winner. Go ahead, Jen.
Oh my God, that would
Shut up. Are you fucking serious?
Ben Simmons is a
100%. 100%.
Game-winning shot or game-winning steal?
Boy can't shoot.
Shot.
Boy can't shoot.
God.
A 3 no less.
Boy can't even shoot on those
I wish I had.
Boy
He's
can't
coming
even
back.
shoot on those toy hoops.
Him coming back doesn't mean the ball goes in the net. It means he plays defense.
It will.
He only plays defense.
Ben Simmons, game-winning 3. Nets in 7.
Okay. Jen, what you got, love?
All right, Dom, I'm going to need you to mute yourself. Mute yourself. Nope. Megan, mute him. I'm going to go off.
He's muted.
All right. First of all, the Celtics are going to win it. We're going to win it in 5 or 6. Okay? Because the Nets have a 5-letter problem. K-Y-R-I-E. Kyrie. He is not
Penis
a team
cancer?
Stop it.
That's not funny right now. The Celtics are gonna win this series. The Celtics are gonna take out the 76ers. Sorry, James Tatum, but that's what's gonna happen. And we're gonna go pretty far into the playoff run. I called this at the beginning of the season. You can ask the Queen of Hoops if I called it or not, but I did.
She did.
On the NBA carousel. And I also called the Carolina season. The reason why? Kaume has brought that locker room together like nobody else's business. Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
I love Marcus Smart.
And he does not get the props he should. The Celtics are going to keep playing the Nets coach's quote that we weren't going to go far every second time, every chance they get, because we don't have Robert Williams. Well, you know what? We beat them handedly, and we beat them as a team win, and we will continue to do so. Why? Because the Nets have that 5-letter issue. Kyrie.
P-E-N-S.
Stop it with the penis cancer.
Yes, he is a penis cancer and a conspiracy theorist.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Cool. What you got on this series?
I want to start off with a familiar
penis
line
cancer.
for those of us that have in the past watched WWE. And I'm going to say Brooklyn. They bringing it. They about to go home. Kevin Durant had 2 bad games. Anybody on this panel tells me Kevin Durant's going to have another bad game in this series like he's had the first 2 games.
You're right.
You know what I'm going to tell you? I
You're
can't
wrong.
talk basketball with you until this series is over. I can't talk basketball.
Right. No, I agree. Until it's
So
over,
here's the
as
thing.
long as KD's on the court, it's not over.
Yeah, here's the thing. KD is going to explode the next few games, right? Because KD's on his Twitters, his burner IGs, and everybody say how he hasn't played well, right?
Facts.
He's coming out game 3 at home, and he's giving it to Boston. JJ made a great comment when he pointed out that the Celtics were supposed to win the first 2 games. They're at home. They just held
That's
home
true.
court. There's
I was
nothing
going to
spectacular
say,
about holding home
JJ
court.
dipped out.
That is
but-
nothing great for me. Now, if Boston goes into Brooklyn and beats Brooklyn in game 3, that changes my mind on the series. But if
There he
Brooklyn
is.
wins game 3, which I believe they will, Brooklyn in 7.
JJ, bet the over on points for KD in game 3. Trust me. Trust us. Trust being cool.
No.
Bid over it, definitely.
The over could be 40.
Okay, Megan, your turn.
Okay. Hey, Megan, can I
Because
say
I'm
something real
Megan's
quick?
Go ahead.
Sam.
KD can go off. He ain't going to have a game like Jason. He ain't going to have a game like Harper.
He doesn't have to have a game like
Start
Jason.
it. Say
All
this
he's got to
gentleman.
do is
Have a
do
better
what he normally does.
B, he
Celtics
doesn't
are gonna
get
win.
to.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. Nets in 7. Have nothing else to say. Jahan, what you got?
Short and sweet.
Nets in 7, because I said Nets in 6, but it ain't looking likely. They would have to win
Let's
these
go.
next 4. However, it's possible still, definitely possible still. But I think Brooklyn gets these 2 at home. At least that's what I hope for.
Right.
They haven't looked good. They didn't look good last night. They looked good game 1 after coming back from down 15. Then Boston got the miracle shot of all miracle shots with Jason Tatum hitting the game winner. But I haven't felt like the Nets are out of this series. I felt like the Nets have made dumb mistakes that Boston has capitalized on. I also shout out to Marcus Smart for winning Defense Player of the Year, even though I didn't think he deserved it. I thought Mikal Bridges was Defense Player of the Year. That's neither here
Jared
nor there.
Jackson Jr.
That's neither here nor there.
true.
But he did win it.
Triple J.
For that. But I feel like Brooklyn is gonna take this series in a stronghold, and it's gonna happen game 3.
I understand where Jahan's coming from because I think Brooklyn has never been out of the games. They've always been in them, and they've had minutes.
Right.
Boston had to pull out what they're supposed to do this, and at the end of the day, Boston has a better roster. It's just the superior talent is where Brooklyn has the best. KD and Kyrie.
Okay, well,
Baylor.
we ain't even doing shout outs because we almost had an hour and a half. So just check out Sideline Sports. We love y'all. We're calling it a night. It is
Eagles
what it
Elite,
is.
baby. Eagles Elite.
Okay, couple
Talk.com.
shout outs, but we ended it.
Shout out to the Gauntlet.